Very good afternoon, everybody. We are going to start with abstract class in Java. In our previous chapters, we have seen polymorphism, types of polymorphism, dynamic and static binding. Now let us work with abstract class in Java. A class that is declared using an abstract keyword is known as abstract class. It can have abstract methods without body, as well as concrete methods, regular methods with body. A normal class, non-abstract class, cannot have abstract methods. An abstract class cannot be instantiated, which means you are not allowed to create an object of it. In other way, we can say that a class which do not have objects or cannot have objects is known as abstract class. Then why we need an abstract class? Let us say we have a class animal and has a method sound and subclass of it like dog, lion, horse, cat, etc. Since animal sound differs from one animal to another, there is no point to implement this method in parent class. This is because every child must override this method to give its own implementation details like lion class will say roar in this method and dog class will say woof. So when we know that all the animal child class will and should override this method, then there is no point to implement this method in parent class. Thus making this method abstract would be a good choice, as by making this method abstract, we force all the subclass to implement the method. Otherwise you will get the compilation error. Also we need not to give any implementation to this method in the parent class. Since the animal class has an abstract method, you need to declare the class abstract. Now each animal must have a sound. By making this method abstract, we have made it compulsory to the child class to give implementation details to this method. This way we ensure that every animal has a sound. Let us have a look to the example. We have a class and we have declared it abstract. That means we cannot have object to this class. We have an abstract method. Now we have another class, dog, which is extending the animal, inheriting. We have another class. Then we have an object of animal, obj, which is calling the function sound. Now hence such kind of scenarios, we generally declare the class as abstract and later concrete classes extend to these classes and override the methods accordingly and can have their own methods as well. Abstract class outlines the methods but not necessarily implement all the methods. Now let us have a look to the rules. As we have seen in the example, there are cases when it is difficult or even unnecessary to implement all the methods in the parent class. In such cases, we declare the parent class as abstract, which makes it a special class which is not complete on its own. A class derived from the abstract class must implement all those methods that are declared as abstract in the parent method. Abstract class cannot be instantiated, which means you cannot create the object of it. To use this, you need to create another class that extends this class and provides the implementation of abstract methods. Then you can use the object of that class to call non-abstract methods of the parent class as well as implemented methods, those that were abstract in parent but implemented in child class. I repeat, in this case, Abstract class cannot be instantiated, means cannot have object, which means you cannot create object of it. To use this class, you need to create another class that extends this class and provides implementation of abstract method. Then we can create the object of the child class to call non-abstract methods of parent class as well as implement methods. Now if a child class does not implement all the abstract methods of the abstract parent class, then the child class must need to be declared as abstract as well. Since abstract class allows concrete methods as well, it does not provide 100% abstraction. You can say that it provides partial abstraction. Abstraction is a process where you show only relevant data and hide unnecessary details of the object from the user. Interfaces, on the other hand, are used for 100% abstraction. Why we can't create the object of an abstract class? Because the classes are incomplete. They have abstract methods that have no body. So if the Java allows you to create object of this class, then someone calls the abstract method using that object. Then what will happen? That would be no actual implementation of the method to invoke. Also because an object is concrete. An abstract class is like a template, so that you have to extend it and build it because you can use it. Before you can use it, now example to demonstrate the object class. That object creation of abstract class is not allowed. We have abstract class, we have abstract method, then we have another class, then we have another function. Now we have created an object of abstract demo, the abstracted class. Now when we execute the program, unresolved compilation problem cannot instantiate the type of abstract demo. Note that the class extends the abstract class, so we have to implement all the abstract methods of it, else you have to declare the class abstract as well. Abstract class versus concrete class. Now let us have a look to the difference of these two classes. A class which is not abstract is referred as concrete class. In the example we have seen in the beginning of the guide, animal is an abstract class. Cat and dog and lion are concrete classes. An abstract class has no use until unless it is extended by some other class. If you declare an abstract method in a class, then you must declare the class abstract as well. You cannot have abstract method in a concrete class. It's vice versa. It's not always true. If the class is not having an abstract method, then also it can be marked as an abstract. It can have no abstract method, concrete as well. Some basic example of abstract method. Abstract method has no body. Always end the declaration with a semicolon. It must be overridden. An abstract class must be extended in a way. Abstract method must be overridden. A class has to be declared abstract to have abstract methods. The class which is extending abstract class must override all the abstract methods. Now we have another example. Now the object of the child class we have made. Now when we create the object of the child class, the program is being executed. This is all about abstract class and methods. In our next chapters, we are going to see abstract methods, interface, abstract class versus interface.